Conflict Resolution at Susan Wagner School, the Honorable George Anthony. Bring him on, please.
Thank you, man. So often the voices of our young are silenced. It's not because they have failed. It's because we haven't found ways to help them succeed. I remember a few years back I was doing a training in Irvington to a group of young athletes, basketball athletes, girls and boys, 9, 10, and 11. And they told me, Mr. Anthony, we have to play basketball. We have to play for the school team, because if we don't, we're expected to be recruited into the local gangs in our neighborhoods. And I remember after that training, I reached out to Ibrahim. I said, Ibrahim, we have to find ways to get their voices, to keep them powerful. Because there's no reason why they should have to play basketball, make their team in order to live a safe life. Today is a day about creating that energy. Today is a day about recognizing the skills, the voices, the power in our young people. Organizations like the Tibet House that is sponsoring my children today, my students today, Temple of Understanding. These organizations that see the promise in our young. So today is a day in giving their voices that powerful place to make a difference. I give you a body of peace, the voices of our future. Susan Wagner High School Conflict Resolution.
Hello everyone, my name is Ina Shehu. I joined the Conflict Resolution program last year, my junior year. I'm currently a senior in Susan Wagner High School. This program is about stopping violence, bullying, any type of other form of anything that's in the community that's not helping, that's not benefiting us. We touched upon a topic of domestic violence last year. We started a workshop on domestic violence about the women, empowering women, and we touched upon this topic because we had personal students in our school. We had people that we know, family, friends, people in our community that have had problems with this issue. And we thought that it was up to us, because we're the ones that have the chance to come out here and speak to everyone about it and stand up for those who can't, those who didn't have the chance to, those people who this problem defeated them instead of the other way around. We're here to speak about them. This is a continuation of our workshop, and I would just like to also thank again the House of Tibet for sponsoring us and giving us the opportunity to come here and speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. I would like to present to you again the body of peace and the voices of the future. Thank you.
We begin to define just how important we are to one another. Our lives are often measured by the people we touch, and we need to find a way to bring our communities together.
For a good amount of kids, it is an endurance test every single day to get up and come to school. Throughout life, people have applied all sorts of cruelty towards others, and others have endured them. At this same time, the culture of cruelty is escalating enticingly. A great man once said, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for the good man to do nothing." As one, we are no longer bystanders, but we are now trying to right what is wrong.
Another issue.
Know a friend who has been or is in an abusive relationship? 31% of women have reported being in an abusive relationship. We are here today to solve this problem, our problem.
In the past few months, 5 boys have lost their lives because of a personal decision they have made. Just as we as Americans have the right to freedom of religion without prosecution, they should have the right to sexual preference without being abused or segregated. It is up to us to help them obtain that right. In hope to acquire a united community, Martin Luther King Jr. said, "If man is not connected to his community, he may consciously seek to destroy it." This may pertain to a school, a family, or a community relationship. This is why we are here today, to make a change.
Has felt the pain that kids go through every day because they've been severely bullied. Studies have shown that kids are choosing teasing and taunting to be a norm, where being nice just isn't an exception. Nearly 70,000 students in grades 6 through 12 were surveyed recently, and only 37% said they respected one another. How are we ever going to have peace if there's no respect? We need to stand together and stand up for those who stand alone.
My ears have heard the pain loved ones have gone through. One problem in our community is teen suicide. Many of the suicides happen because of bullying. I have been bullied, and I will not tolerate seeing others get beat down. Our generation needs to stop this while we can. We need to reach out in our communities and make a difference.
While bullying may seem impossible to end, it can be overcome. It is up to us to stand up for the invisible child. We all know the invisible child, the child whose scars may be invisible, but their pain is so great that they just want to disappear from the world around them. It is up to us to stand up and reach out and be the start to the end of bullying.
In life, it's easy to hide pain. Hide it behind fake smiles and false laughter. Some kids barely smile at all, because only they know what happens when they walk through the front doors of their school. Most consider it jail. Kids all over the world are being hurt physically and emotionally, and they feel like no one cares. But we're here to say that they're not alone. Just imagine what the world would be like if everyone respected each other. It's not impossible. We can make it possible. The revolution's already begun.
An estimated 1.3 million women are victims of physical abuse each year by a partner. Astonishingly, this includes teen dating violence. What is teen dating violence? Teen dating violence can be identified by abusive behavior, stalking, cyber-stalking, controlling the relationship. Abusive teens intimidate physically, emotionally, and threaten, and they may also isolate their victims from friends and family, whilst in some cases, some may use their social status to exercise power over their victims.
I will be speaking for a voice that wasn't and will never be heard again. A 19-year-old girl named Jessica Tush was beat and abused by her on-and-off boyfriend of 8 months. All the boys and girls who have been victims of domestic date violence, the Jessica Tush Act was made. It was made to educate middle and high school students on the signs of domestic date violence. On Jessica's last day, she didn't know that she was on her way to her own, when she was on her way to one of her own friends' funerals. From all the angels above, let's help stop this horrible epidemic, and let's help pass the Jessica Tush Act.
As a peace activist in her community, Emily Silverstein was also a body of peace and a voice of our future. Unfortunately, her voice was silenced. On April 9th, 2009, she was killed by her boyfriend 3 weeks after they broke up. It now becomes our responsibility to speak for her since she can no longer speak for herself.
Ever since I was young to present day, I have seen domestic violence around me. My arms have held a family member, a friend, a neighbor crying on my shoulder because they were hurt physically and emotionally. This is why we are here today, to stop this. We can't let this go on. We need to help women in our community feel safe again, be happy again, smile again.
Unfortunately, another issue we are dealing with is racial violence. However, what is racial violence? Racial violence is discrimination against many different cultures and traditions. African Americans, Muslims, and my own race of Indians have been discriminated against for the clothes they wear and the color of their skin. However, no matter what color we are, we all live in one world.
Since last April in Staten Island, 10 young Mexican men had been attacked by several young African American males in suspected hate crimes. The citywide officials have suspected 222 hate crimes compared to 125 last year. That's almost 100 more hate crimes that could have been stopped this year. So as you can see, this is affecting our youth.
Christian Ismail is a Muslim special education student. During his 8th grade year, he was spit in the face and called a terrorist. Those who bullied him were charged with aggravated harassment and attempted assault. Judging others by their differences could lead to someone getting hurt or even killed. The way to fix this problem is to put programs in schools to teach children how to have respect for each other.
We are no longer bystanders. We now stand up and take action to right what is wrong, to give our voice to those who have been silenced. Change requires risk, and we are willing to take it.
Do you know how much it hurts to get your feelings thrown around and your emotions thrown in the dirt? Do you know how much it burns to hold a broken-hearted friend and how much it makes my heart turn? Can you hear the silent calls coming from invisible children in school halls? And can you feel a mother's pain, finding out all the blood was drained from her daughter's veins? Or being called a silly name because your skin's a different color or have a slightly larger frame? How about unaccepted because of sexual orientation? This is the beginning of the peace abomination. Well, that stops now. All of that stops now. Listen up close and I'll tell you how. This is our city. This is our community. The future is today. The future starts with you and me. I stand up for those who have hidden in silence, and I stand up to those who tend to turn to violence. Why turn to violence when peace is much cooler? We are the body of peace and the voices of the future.
Our eyes have shed the tears of others' burdens.
Our arms have lifted the broken emotions of our friends and families.
Our legs have stood us up to a higher understanding.
Together, we are the body of peace and voice of the future. Everybody is waiting for something to happen. Today is yesterday's tomorrow, and the future is today.
Isn't that beautiful? Come on, give it up. That's what we're talking about.